After splitting the first two games of the road trip, the Rockets head to the mountains to face the Utah Jazz. Utah is headed to the lottery, but always plays tough against Houston in Salt Lake. Rockets and Jazz next on FSN. Live from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Fox Sports Net presents Houston Rockets basketball. Tonight, the Rockets taking on the Utah Jazz. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Worrell. Good to have you with us as Houston now moves on to Salt Lake. The Rockets winning in New Orleans. They had a scare with Tracy McGrady getting injured, but he played 44 minutes against San Antonio. The Rockets faded down the stretch and lost to the Spurs. So the Rockets are back down in the 6th place in the pecking order in the Western Conference. There's Dallas number 4, Sacramento number 5. Houston is just a game or so from number 5 and a game or so from number 8. So every game is big for the Houston Rockets, especially coming into this game. Now, Van Chancellor, 2 of the wins for Utah this year, and they've won only 22 games, have come against Houston, so the Jazz know how to play the Rockets tough.
But what the Jazz do, they will double team Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. They'll play physical, they'll rebound the basketball. But the Rockets are in a battle right now for 5th place. And you want to finish as high as you can, but you want to finish on a positive level. As you say, every game is a big game.
Well, Tracy McGrady was injured in New Orleans, and we thought it might be the season for him. He bounced back big in San Antonio, but he faded a little bit in the 4th quarter.
I thought maybe the injury might have affected him. He scored 26 points, but he had to take 25 shots to make 26 points. That's not an effective shooting, an efficient shooting.
What Jeff Van Gundy wants to do now is get Yao Ming going. He knows he's only as good as his big center, and they want to get him going here tonight. His shooting percentage has been down a little bit in the last 4 or 5 games.
You know, I think fatigue may be taking a little bit out of Yao Ming right now. He's averaging a little under 14 points. He's not rebounding. He's not shooting as well. But I think that sometimes he's not get the ball where I like for him to have the ball low enough, early enough before the double team. Yao Ming needs the ball in the low post.
Jerry Sloan's had a lot of tough luck with injuries. Andre Kirilenko out for the season. Boozer is out. Raja Bell and Matt Harpring have stepped in and done a terrific job.
Yes, if you just think about it, they all right now in Houston just lit us up. He went off of the screen. He was able to shoot the jumper. He came off of this little inside pick, and he hit it. He's shooting the ball well. He's a lot of problems because he's so athletic. Harping on the other end, he scored inside, and then what I thought he did really well, he stepped out, shot the 3 ball, had 28 points in their win over Houston in Houston.
It's time for the Toyota Power Team. Keys to the game.
I think when you play Utah, you got to be very efficient with the basketball. The Rockets have got to stay within their offense late in the game and don't turn it over. I think they're going to be double teamed tonight. They've got to pass out of the double team and hit the open shots and then go inside to Yao Ming. We've got to establish Yao Ming sooner or later to do well in the playoffs.
Jeff Van Gundy thinks his team will bounce back tonight. We'll find out in just a few moments. We'll be back with a tip-off in just a moment on FSN. Rockets basketball on FSN is brought to you by your Toyota Power Team dealers. Log on to buyatoyota.com. By Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. By AIG for insurance, loans, and retirement. AIG, we know money. By Joe's Crab Shack, where you can get 33 shrimp for only $10.99. It's shrimply irresistible. And by Southwest Airlines, official airline of the NBA. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back to the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. NBA basketball tonight as the Rockets at 42-28 take on the Utah Jazz at 22-47. Let's check out tonight's Southwest Airlines starting lineups. And for Jeff Van Gundy, it will be the same. Tracy McGrady, Clarence Weatherspoon, Yao Ming, David Wesley, and Bob Sura as the Rockets try to get a new win streak going. For the Utah Jazz, who've had so many injuries this season, they'll go with Matt Harpring, Mehmet Okur, Jaron Collins, Kirk Snyder, and Keith McLeod. So Scotty Padgett returns to where he starred for the Utah Jazz for many, many years, and he's hoping he's got that sweet stroke going tonight. The Rockets need